So you're probably thinking, wait a minute, CJ was doing the tour of the Lake District, backpacking. Well, obviously, if you've watched the last couple of videos, hopefully you realize that, well, you know that Kai got hurt and the weather was just, it was so hot, it was just impossible to do anything with the dogs. Kai's looking really good now, but that took 2 days out. And secondly, the Lake District was just so busy, it was miserable. I think the Lake District is gorgeous, but when the weather's perfect, when the weather's beautiful, it is just not a place to want to be if you want some nature, some solitude especially. And I had to get out of there. I just wasn't feeling like it was the right place for me at that point. So I came to a place that just fulfills my soul in every way, and that's Yorkshire. And it reminds me in so many ways of Wyoming, where every time I crossed the state line, I felt home. Yorkshire kind of does that for me in the UK. So anyway, that's why we are no longer in the Lake District. Kai's had a couple of days off to rest. She's looking really, really good now. But this trail that we're doing, it's not a very long trail up to Cotter Forest. And the nice thing is, it's disabled accessible. Suitable for wheelchairs, suitable for frames. It's perfectly flat, absolutely gorgeous, easy parking. So definitely, if you want to come see some good waterfalls and you don't have the greatest mobility issues, come check out this waterfall. We're just coming up on the forest now. Doesn't look super spectacular, but it's actually an awful lot better than I thought it was going to be. Wow, actually it's really pretty. That's quite stunning actually. It's quite, oh wow, that's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. So something that's really important to note about this waterfall is that Turner, the artist, came out here to sketch this for us in July of 1816. He'd stayed just down the road at the Green Dragon Inn, which is one of my all-time favourite pubs because it feels like you're stepping back in time or stepping into a medieval novel or something like that, where he'd sketched hard draw for us also, which we have visited in the past and I lost all the footage. But it's important to note that this is such a well-known area for an artist like that. He came up to spend the summer or a year, I think, sketching Yorkshire and doing a general history of the area. But this is beautiful, and the nice thing is, because it's not running too high right now, we can get out and get in the middle of the creek and just get up close to the waterfall, whereas if this was running really high, we wouldn't be able to get out there right now. Things just don't go right on my trips, I swear. Just trying to get some drone footage, doing really, really well. And then unfortunately just clipped a branch at the top of the waterfall in the dark up there. Clipped it enough to stop the propeller and it dropped down, and there's absolutely no way I can get that back. I can't get up there. And without being able to get it back, my DJI Care Refresh won't replace it, and I don't have insurance on it. I'm not feeling very good about things right now. Between losing my camera already, Kai getting hurt, now losing my drone. Yeah, just not in the best of places right now. So if anybody happens to be here ever and finds a drone, let me know. But the one good thing is I do have the footage cached on my phone. Not the super best quality, but I don't even know how to feel right now. I feel kind of just like I want to go home, but I think that would be a mistake too, so. I just don't even know right now, but okay. Alright, so here we are, Ingleton Waterfalls Trail. It's quite pricey. It's £8 to get into for an adult, and I think £6 or £4 for a child. We're here before it's too busy, but I'm hearing a very, very loud croak behind us. So the trail is 4.5 miles long. It's a big loop, follows up one side of the creek, crosses some farmland, and comes back on the other side. And so far, it's really, really, really good, easygoing trail. Looks like wheelchair accessible, but at this point, I'll kind of give you my feedback on that one at the end of this trail. Alright, I've seen money trees before, but this is crazy. Look how many coins are in this. Just all the way along, all the way through. That is a lot of coinage. Even this part has coins, this log, and then this log down here that Kai's right by. I don't know how much money is actually in those. So we're currently, I've already been amazed by where the path has taken us, but we're currently walking up I think it's called Swilla Glen, and it's got these massive sheer walls just on the right hand side. Just absolutely stunning already. Just trying to balance out how fast I walk with being surrounded by people. We're just coming up on the first waterfall, which is Pecca Falls. It's comprised of 5 main waterfalls that drop about 30 meters over layers of sandstone interbedded with slate. So first one we saw coming around the corner there was the longest one, the tallest one of Pecca Falls. So looking forward to seeing this. It looks quite dramatic right now, even without the rain. So the section I'm walking through on the left hand side feels so much like Wyoming. It's really strange how this feels just like some of the trails in the Big Horn Mountains, most notably the canyon, I can't think of the name of it, but it comes out of Lake Solitude. Just feels like a little bit of home. I knew there was a reason I like Yorkshire. Wow, I gotta admit this is quite nuts. I was definitely not expecting this kind of quality of waterfall, this dramatic. Definitely worth the £8. Come do this, and the nice thing is £8 does include parking, so you're not paying extra for that. So much for a cool day. I am really regretting wearing leggings, full length leggings, and not bringing water. Dogs have access to the river mostly, so I'm not too worried about that, but man, it's hot. We suddenly came out of the trees. It was fine in the trees. We just came out of the trees and took this beautiful area, amazing view down there. I could see a place I'd love to camp, but now we're sweltering. Oh well, we'll survive, as long as the dogs have water, right? Up on our second waterfall, which is Hollybush Spout. Just sort of spouts out of the farmland, which is kind of crazy. This is definitely at the top of something force. It's really, really good place to stop for lunch, let the dogs play, paddle around a bit. Wow, that's the only word I have for that. Unfortunately now we've got a bit of a cross-country trek to get to Beasley Falls. We're completely in the open. It is hot. The dogs are at least cooled off, had some drinks. But we are going to be out exposed for a little bit. Man, this is just so stunning. Every time I round the corner, just like anywhere else, I see something even, well, not more stunning, but it's different and it's gorgeous. And how much I would love to fish this right now. After yesterday and today, definitely got a newfound soft spot for the Dales. I always thought that I preferred the moors, but man, I am absolutely loving every minute of this. It's so different coming from the lakes where it was full of people. Just no matter where you went, it was just chock-block full of people. And yeah, there were people on this trail, but it's not stupid. And it's enjoyable. I mean, they're not crazy, they're friendly. Not tons of families with kids, and nothing against that, but I don't have kids. I've chosen not to have kids, and I'm not big on places where it's always, you know, that are full of kids. We've just stopped here at the Beasley Farm refreshment stand, whatever you want to call it. Had an ice cream, a Coke, and it was muchly appreciated. Oh my gosh, needed that. All right, anyway, so we're gonna head down. We're gonna go check out Beasley Falls, which is falls number 4. And we're starting our backward trek now. So we're just coming down past Beasley Falls, but this is absolutely stunning, coming through this gorge of just sheer rock. So we just unexpectedly rounded the corner to Baxon Hill Gorge, which is this behind me. Absolutely incredible. Wow, this walk just keeps getting better and better and better. And money very well spent. Alright, so we're just coming down to Baxon Hill Gorge and the main waterfall through here. I just down to a bridge, but man, this is absolutely incredible. Wow, oh my god. You really need to see this. This is absolutely crazy through here. I've got to be really careful. I don't want to knock the dogs off, but oh my god, definitely come down here. Although it can be flooded apparently. Not a place you want to go through here. So when high rains run off, this lower pass does have the opportunity or the possibility or the probability of being flooded down through this gorge. And they say if it is, you need to go back and do the alternate, but thankfully it hasn't rained too much lately, and even though the water is quite low, it's still proving quite dramatic. Amazing fun spot to play with the dogs, and if you cross the creek you can get some really good views up the canyon. But what we're walking through here is another part of the canyon, the gorge. Absolutely, look at this. We're just surrounded by these sheets of slate, I guess they are. Just a little bit of water coming down through here, but man, this is just off the trail, but you'd almost miss this. So we're just coming up to our last falls, which is Snow Falls. It's at the end of Baxingill Canyon. I think this is it right here actually. Yep, there's a sign right there. Wow. Oh, that's cool. I'll tell you, on a day like today, standing under Snow Falls there looks like a really nice way to go take a shower. And I could do with one after being in a car backpacking for 5 days at this point. But man, this has just been one incredible walk. What an epic way to spend a day, and I really wasn't expecting to spend so much time here. I thought, okay, 4.5 mile walk, you know, that'll take me a couple of hours, but I have just enjoyed this so much that I've just ended up spending so much time here, either letting the dogs play, photographing, and just taking in the area. So if you're looking for something to do in Yorkshire, especially the Yorkshire Dales, this is going to be, or should be, the top of your list. So what we're currently walking through as we're leaving is where it's an old slate mine. We just passed the old one of the old buildings, and you can see some old girders, and also where like one of the carts probably tipped in to the trains that came, I would guess, along this area. It seems like it's logical, but you can see all these big amphitheaters which actually echo, where the slate must have been quarried, especially back there. It's kind of cool to walk through some of those things. Alright guys, as I say, that is a wrap. So, as I said, if you're in Yorkshire, this has got to be on your must-do list, and give it an entire day, especially on a hot day like today. I can imagine it being absolutely stunning in winter as well, with some of the ice, things that are frozen, but of course a lot more treacherous. Fly on the camera. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. This has improved my day no end, or my week no end, because obviously with the disasters that I've had. So anyway guys, really hope you enjoyed it, and as always guys, thanks for watching.